Hello and welcome to Meister Arts and Crafts. I'm Libby and today we will be hand lettering with a Versamarker pen. So to begin, I have a pencil, just a blank white piece of paper, and this Versamarker, ink pen, and this allows you to emboss but also write at the same time. So I thought I'd create a hand lettering video because I haven't done any of those yet, and I thought it would be fun to incorporate it into card making as well. So I'm going to start out by writing happy birthday with a pencil here. I am going to do it the whole length of the page because I've cut it so that it will fit on the card that I will be making. But yeah, I'm then just going to draw that out. This is just a sketch, so it doesn't have to be perfect, just simple, and then I will erase this. I had to fix the H here really quick, but I will fix this. This is pretty much real time. I sped it up by only about, not very much. It's very slightly sped up just so that it's not super long, but this is not very sped up at all. This is pretty much real time, so it does take a little while to write in this calligraphy style, but it does end up really cool, especially when you get into like personalizing cards and stuff. And the thing is that the pen is much cheaper than a Versamarker ink pad or stamps. Yeah, it's about $4, whereas just a pad of ink can be like around $6, so this is a very cost-effective way. And then the stamp on top of it's another like $10 or more, maybe even closer to 24 if you're really getting bigger stamps. But so this is a very cost-effective way and a great way to get into lettering and give something more personal. You can definitely write people's names or do anything, and this can be really adapted. But I'm just going to take, there's two sides to this tip, a thinner like bullet tip side, and then there's this brush pen side, which is what I'm using right now. And with this, I am going to take the pen, and I'll show you. I finished the happy birthday there. It is pretty hard to see because it is with a Versamarker pen, but yes. Anyway, I am going to, on the downstroke, so if you think about a letter, when you're writing it, as you go down with your pen, that is where you are going to put more pressure, which means thicker lines, and then as you go up with your letters, they are less pressure and thinner. So, and this does take lots of practice, so it doesn't have to be perfect, and that's a great thing and cards are a great thing to practice it on, because cards aren't supposed to be perfect, they're just supposed to be made with love, and I think that's something great. You can also practice with this pen. There's many other brush pens out there as well that you can practice with. You can even practice with just Crayola markers, so yeah. Anyway, I am going to be using that pattern paper that I just showed on the screen, and then I am going to add some silver embossing powder onto this, and then I'm just fixing some spots where the ink did not fully cover the page, so I will add that. And then I'm going to do another card, and this one I'm just sketching it out. This one is sped up because I already showed you one, so you don't need to see another. But this one I will be using the bullet tip side, which you can see. I did not erase the pencil here, and it does kind of smudge and get into the ink, but that is okay, especially if you are going to use embossing powder over the top, and then you can see I erased the bottom one because it did get my pen all smudgy, but it is a great way to help you see where you are writing and what you are writing. It is easier to see in person, but it is much easier to see when you do it that way. Anyway, I will be adding some white embossing powder to this one. And this one I wrote a lot smaller, which is why I chose the bullet tip pen, because I will be adding some more things to this card. Whereas the other card, I wanted the sentiment to be the focal point. And that's a great thing that you can do with this Versamarker. You can definitely get really bold and fancy letters, which can really be the star of the show. But yeah, anyway, here I have taken my ink pad and a wave stencil from Hero Arts, and I'm just going to add it, or smush the ink pad into the stencil, and then I'll add some silver embossing powder, and this just creates a cool wave effect on my thing, or on my card, and I decided to show this just because I thought it was cool that way. So anyway, I'm going to be, I have stamped a few images off camera. So I stamped a jellyfish, a seahorse, and a balloon here. And then I'm just going to I have attached the balloon to this balloon background, just to add a little bit more. And then I will add foam tape to the back of the letters, which really help them stand out even more, as they are the star of the card. So I did want to pop them up with a little bit of foam tape. And so it took me a minute to cut it and get all the backings off, but then I will attach that onto the card. And then for this next card, I'm going to use some small extra strips of foam tape as well to attach the sea animals, and then that will finish that card. I brought out some card bases, and I'm just going to add them on to the card base with a little bit of what's it called? I did cut it down, that's why it took me a minute, but I will be using a little bit of glue stick and a little bit of liquid adhesive, just so that it attaches really nicely. So there's that one, and then I will attach this one. This one I decided not to cut off the edges, and I just decided to have it go over the whole thing. But I did have to cut off the top because it wasn't perfect in size, so I just took some scissors, which you'll see me do here at the end, to finish off this card. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and come back next Tuesday for a new video. If you are interested in any of the supplies I used today, check the description box below. Have a great day. See you soon.